Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Some dumb guy here, Buddy here. We'd like to present for you part one of many Kino Lorber's Spring into Summer sale. This is the second Spring into Summer sale I've indulged in since I began my YouTube channel. So, second year running now. Opening this box, looking into it, and I have more en route. I placed a second order with them for that sale today. So it will ship within the next couple days and then come in. Probably take about 5 days to arrive after that. So it will be broken into several parts. This first part, looking at what's in here, what we're going to call Kino Lorber Spring into Summer Sale Unboxing, the Collection Edition, for obvious reasons, which will become clear. So we're not going to go through this entire box, I think, because time and sleepy, because it's 11 o'clock at night and tired. I got to work tomorrow. So we're going to play. We're going to play briefly. See how it rolls, shall we? Yeah. All right. Starting out, first collection. It's a 3-film box set. 1950, 1951, 1954. This throws things way out of order for me, because sometimes when you shop sales and you limit yourself to that sale when shopping, you've got to limit yourself to what's on sale. So what we have here, first and foremost, is the Film Noir collection, The Dark Side of Cinema, Volume 20. And ever since volume number 2, these have been 3-film collections. Volume 1, which is on Kino Lorber's While Supplies Last sale list, which means it's going out of print. Volume 1 has 5 titles. It is the best bang for your buck. If any of you are into film noir and it's still in stock, I would highly recommend going and grabbing that selection, that set, because it basically costs the same price as the 3-film collections, even when it's not on sale. But if it is, I think it's maybe reduced right now because it's on their low clearance While Supplies Last page. I like to check that one out periodically, make sure I'm grabbing things up before they leave, because I wish I'd known about that page a lot sooner, let's just say. Save myself some headache and some expense. However, Volume 20, I have Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. I'm jumping to 20. Why? Because there was a big gap in what was and wasn't on sale. This collection contains, from 1950, Captain Carey, USA, starring people I've never heard of. Appointment with Danger from 1951. And I have to backtrack because the first film and then consequently the second film both star Alan Ladd. I didn't see his name initially. Co-starring Dragnet legends Jack Webb and Harry Morgan. Interesting. Are they playing the same characters? That would be fascinating. Lastly, Make Haste to Live from 1984, with no names at all I've ever heard of. That's okay. The exploration of film noir appeals, and I will. Volume 20. Never seen any of them. Let's see. Next up, we're just going all over the place because I'm just grabbing. I don't know what these things are because, as they want to do, here's your collection spine because of the box. Slip box that they go in, but here's your individual cases for your films. Well, all the ones I'm seeing in my box here look like that. So I don't know which collections they're from until I pull them out. So I'm just going to pull them out randomly and I'm going to present them as such, because why not? Another 3-film box set from 1953 to 1957. We have Kino Lorber's Western Classics Volume 2, if memory serves. There are only 2 volumes in this particular collection. I have collection number 1 already. So if I'm correct, this will be it. I don't know when this collection was released, so I don't know if there are further volumes intended. This has got a date of 2021 on it, so given the way Kino can produce their collections, like film noir volume collections, you get a couple volumes released per year. I think they're in their mid-20s, maybe approaching late 20s at this point. So maybe the Western collections, classics didn't go so far, which is sad, because I'd like to be able to continue this one. First film, The Redhead from Wyoming, 1953. This one stars Maureen O'Hara, lovely lady that she is, and nobody else I recognize. Second film, Pillars of the Sky from 1956. Is the director of George Marshall, who did Destry Rides Again, which is, from what I understand, a well-regarded Jimmy Stewart Western. This one stars Jeff Chandler and Dorothy Malone, whom I have heard of. Also, Lee Marvin apparently has a role in it. Probably small because his name is very faint on the cover. Third one, Gun for a Coward from 1957, featuring Fred McMurray, whom I discussed in my last unboxing video. Man is starting to populate my library more and more inadvertently. This also has early Dean Stockwell and Jeffrey Hunter of Star Trek fame. Played the belated Captain Pike in the originally unaired Star Trek pilot episode. Very interesting. So now I've got a Jeffrey Hunter Western. And from 1957, so that is 9 years before he did his Star Trek appearance. So to my knowledge, now that will be the second Jeffrey Hunter film I own. Okay, number 3. Collection of 3 films from 1950 to 1952. Ooh, all right. Stuff, things, excitement. Yay! What do we have here? Keeping it in a random eclectic film noir, volume 19. So we started with 20 and we went backwards. That's okay. It's, you got your titles. Whoops, spoiler alert. Title number 1 from 1950, Dark City. No, it's not the one you're thinking of. This one stars Charlton Heston, Elizabeth Scott, and can't read that. That's very small. Vivica Lindfors. Okay, that's fine. Ed Begley. Oh wow, I know Ed Begley Jr. I've never run into Ed Begley. This is another one that's got Jack Webb in it. How about that? And Harry Morgan again. How about that? Interesting, but no reference to Dragnet here. Second title, No Man of Her Own from 1950. This one has Barbara Stanwyck in it. Yay. More Barbara Stanwyck to the library is always a good thing. Let's see here. Well, our third, Beware My Lovely, 1952, starring Ida Lupino. That's the only name I'm recognizing here. Trapped by a Man Beyond Control. That sounds like a bad place to be. Yeah, it's your lovely, lovely spines. In my collections for Kino, I tend to display in the slipcover box like this versus individual titles that I opt to display like this. Yeah. More Westerns, another collection. This one is... This is the Audie Murphy collection number 2. They are currently up to 5 entries in this particular film collection. Apparently, Audie Murphy has a lot to offer. Offering in this case, film number 1, Sierra from 1950. Is a Western. Looks like these all are. Audie Murphy is a World War II hero turned movie legend. Highest decorated American officer of World War II, I understand. And yet never looked more than 12. Let's see, no recognizable names there. Kansas Riders from 1950. Again, no recognizable names. Destry, 1954. How connected to Destry Rides Again? I don't know. But Audie Murphy stars as Destry in this film, and Destry Rides Again stars James Stewart, if memory serves. And if they played the same character, it's interesting because they did, as far as I know, just one film together called Night Passage. It was a Western, and where they played brothers, and then potentially playing the same character in other movies. Just interesting. Useless trivia. The life of a movie nerd. That just happens, right? So yeah, no other recognizable co-stars in these movies, and that's okay. We like classic Westerns. Audie Murphy's got a solid reputation as an early Western star. Collections are cheap. They're Kino Lorber. I like them. We can support. And then we see what we see. This next set, I felt like I had to get almost on a completionist level. Why? Let me just show you. This is a Blu-ray set, all in one case. This is the French Noir collection. Now, I've got 5 random 1 through 3 and 1920 volumes of the film noir here. This is American Noir. On my shelf on the wall here, available only on DVD, is Kino's 3-part series of British noir. And I think there's 3 or 5 movies per volume there on DVD. Never made a leap to Blu-ray for whatever reason. Now we have French noir. I'm interested in comparing noirs. And almost always black and white. This from 1957, 85 minutes. Speaking of murder, these are all in French with English subtitles. 1958, black and white. 1993 minutes. Back to the Wall. At 1959, 86 minutes. Witness in the City. It's really interesting how they completely, I mean, it's consistent as Kino Lorber can be in many things, that they so drastically change up their format from, let's just say, British noir collections to American noir collections. It's like, okay, we have a listing of all the specs for the movie, the title, the year release, the running time, so forth and so on. Where you have to do a little bit more hunting on the American collections for those details. And then you get your breakdown of your 3 summaries for each title. I'm not likely to recognize any names, I don't think, here, but I'll give them a little quick skim here and see. It doesn't show me any covers to read names off of. I got to read up through the actual synopses. Yeah, unless I'm missing something, I don't see any recognizable names. That's kind of a shame, but you know, I don't really know a whole lot of French actors off the top of my head. Next, and probably goes without saying, but so far every single one of these is a blind buy. I've not seen a single title off these. Another collection, or a 2-part set, I guess we'll call it. This just seemed like kind of a must-have. 2 spaghetti western classics in this little 1-case set. We have Kill Them All and Come Back Alone, and The Hellbenders. Kill Them All and Come Back Alone from 1968, starring people I don't know of any of them. And then from 1967, we have The Hellbenders, starring other people. This Hellbenders is the same director of the original Django, for whatever that's worth. Starring Joseph Cotton, who is in Duel of the Sun that I own but I have not watched. It's another Western. Yeah, anyway, moving right along, because again, it's late, my voice is going, and I'm going to present my last title here for this part 1. Something I didn't even know existed until I came across this sale. It's a 5-film collection. And I think on the website, Kino's website, it was, whoa, buddy, big yawn. I think it was presented as kind of a B-grade James Bond collection, I guess. This is OSS 117, 5-film collection containing OSS 117 is Unleashed. I'm trying to say all these. OOS 117 Panic in Bangkok. OSS 117 Mission for a Killer. OSS 117 Mission to Tokyo, and OSS 117 Double Agent. Here you go, buddy. I got the impression from the synopsis of this collection that this is not the entirety of the OSS series. If I like you like, then more homework will be in order. You trying to get through, buddy? Huh? You want to get through? Here you go. Trying to go to the kitchen? There you go. Have some water. Yeah, I need to find that out, because if this is something that's worthwhile, then further exploration might be required. I also got the impression that it's not the same actor playing this character in every film. Hubert Bonisser de la Bath, alias OSS 117, first appeared in the 1957 OSS 117. OSS 117 is not dead, which is not in this collection. So there we go. After the highly successful 1962 release of Dr. No, the OSS 117 character was brought back into action in the 1963 film OSS 117 is Unleashed. It's the first film in this set. Okay, so I guess the first film was pre-James Bond. Everything else was post. So I guess they wanted to capitalize on James Bond's popularity and success. Dr. No. Yeah, I don't go into too much detail here, but again, something that is going to bear exploration. But for now, I'm going to bed. I thank you all for joining me once again here. An exploration of my expanding library. Thank you. What'd you think of my pickups? Not a single modern movie in part 1 yet. What does part 2 have to offer? Stay tuned to find out, I guess, right? So, if my classic film lover buffs out there, this should be up your alley, at least to some degree, I hope. What do you think? Did you pick up anything for the Kino sale? If you're Kino fans, I can't praise them enough. Just based on what I have here today, it's kind of cool to get these all set up. Oop, there we go. You get all their collections and box sets set up on shelves, and each set has a degree of consistency, which is great. So you get all the film noirs together, all the Western classics, all the Audie Murphys together, and they look beautiful on a shelf. Or if you want to take the alternate route, which I sometimes do, elegant simplicity. Okay, I said I wasn't going to go into all that. I'm tired and loopy. I go to bed now. Good night. Say bye-bye to Buddy. Let me know what you got. If you got anything, let's discuss. Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Alan.